All right, hello, Florence Middle School. This is our session for tonight. We are starting the registration and request portion for the 2021 and 22 school year. We have several participants coming in tonight. You know, this is a long process. We'll be a long process. I know we're not going to start the school year for another 6 months, but this is an important night because we start the request for schedules. This is how we staff for the coming year. This is also how we man our buildings and look at the courses which our students are interested in and try to develop pathways in which allows them to be successful. So this is an important step looking at your 8th grade year. Those that are currently here, thank you for being here at Florence Middle School, and those that may be looking at opportunities to come to Florence Middle School, looking forward to serving you too. So Miss Laurel Nix is here to talk to you tonight. Miss Laurel Nix, excuse me, Miss Tierica, all right. Lewis Hicks is here tonight for your 8th grade counselor. Miss Laurel Nix is here also to help with the chat board, and Miss Ashley Boland is also here to help with the chat board. So when Miss Lewis Hicks is talking, we'll be glad to answer any questions. So feel free to use the chat feature to answer those questions there. We also plan to record this session and then push it out on Facebook for those that are there that may not be able to make it in the live version. You always have this to go by. So again, this is the opening. You'll be receiving several documents and requests over the coming days. Ms. Lewis Hicks is going to talk to you the difference about registration versus the request that we have starting tonight. So I know there's two different features that we're going to have to ask parents and students to complete in the coming days. Parents, hopefully in the next few days, you'll also get a document, an IXL document that was a diagnostic that our students took after Christmas. This document is to help in two ways. First of all, to let your child, what level your student is working at the current time, but also hopefully it'll help you in the registration process. We are starting to identify strengths and weaknesses of your child, what they may want to look at for career interest, if they're better at science and math, or if it may be history or English. So all these different factors here should come into play, and we're hoping to support you with documentation that we look at here at school on a daily basis again too. So again, we'll be mailing that information to you, but again, we're always here available. Your classroom teachers can help you through this process as well. So I'm about to share my screen, so let me get to that. And Ms. Lewis Hicks has a presentation here that she'll go through. So, all right, hopefully, can we see our screen, please? All right, so we're at the opening here, and of course, most of you that are here at Florence Middle School know this page well. I'm Kevin Weisman, the principal. Miss Ashley Boland is our assistant principal. Miss Laurel Nix is a 7th grade counselor. And then you will actually be moving up to the 8th grade counselor, which is Miss Lewis Hicks, and she'll be coordinating the next year's activities with you during this last spring of your 7th grade year here. So again, we're looking forward, all right, as we move forward here. Let me try to make an adjustment here for Miss Lewis Hicks. All right, so she will take the presentation on from here. Like I said, we look forward to serving you. If you got questions, this is the time and the place. We're not rushing to have to select classes right away, but we will be coming in the next few weeks for the course request and then moving into the registration process as we move along here. So without further ado, I'm going to ask Ms. Lewis Hicks to come into the chair, and she'll take the presentation from here. So again, thank you for joining us this evening.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be able to share some course information and scheduling information for you. In Florence City Schools, we are very lucky with the different opportunities that we're able to offer our students here. And so I'm really excited to share the possibilities that we offer here. I want to start off by discussing registration with you. All FMS students if you're new to us, you have to register. If you're returning to us, you have to register for school. So our registration information is going to come available on our website, florenceK12.org, here in the next pretty shortly. Yeah, we should be seeing that information for registration. The week of February 22nd, I will be in geography classes for 7th grade students that are currently enrolled here at Florence Middle School. And so that's where we will be putting in schedule requests. If you're going to be new to us, there's going to be a virtual link for you to fill out your schedule information. If you are virtual for us right now, you will also use that same link. So you'll get more information on that later in my presentation. But if you're currently here as a 7th grade student, you will see me in your classrooms starting the week of February 22nd. If we happen to have any 7th grade parents that are joining in on this session as well, Ms. Nix discussed earlier that she will be coming for 7th grade students and sharing information with them that week as well. All right, charting your course. All right, so this is where you're going to see all the information you need as far as course descriptions, any information you may have questions about, prerequisites for classes. This is where you need to be if you have any questions about our courses that are offered here at Florence. So we really need you guys to, review this link before you select your choices for the upcoming school year, because it's going to be imperative that you go over that information so you will make sure that you're getting the best courses for your students and their needs. The schedule request forms, they're going to become active February 22nd. And so you won't be able to see it before then, but February 22nd is when you will be able to use the link that we're going to provide later for you to be able to go in to put those schedule requests in. I want to talk to you about our schedule layout for students. Here at Florence Middle School, we operate on an 8-period day. Each of our periods are 50 minutes long, and students have a 5-minute break in between classes in order to make it to class. So that gives them plenty of time to do what they need to do. Our schedule layout consists of the 4 core classes. And so when I talk about core classes, I'm talking about your English, math, science, history. Okay. So all of our students will have those courses on their schedule. So that makes up 4 periods. All students in 8th grade are required to have a PE course. We have some students that are in athletic PE, and that's because they've been approved by a coach and have made a roster. And so they are placed in athletic PE. You'll see on our encore sheet here in a little bit that athletic PE won't be listed because we are going off of the recommendation and the course approved roster from the athletic coach. But athletic PE will exist. And so also with the PE requirement, dance counts as PE for our students in middle school. So that's another way that you can get that PE credit out of the way. But students will have to take a PE course in some fashion. With our schedule, we also offer 2 periods of encore. And they come in the fashion of either a year-long option or a semester option. When I talk about semesters, I'm talking about the first semester runs from August to December, and then our second semester starts from January and ends in May. And so some of our classes change. They're only a semester long, but then we also have classes that are year-long courses. And those are going to be listed in our encore sheet that I'm going to share with you in a little bit. But those are courses like band, chorus, strings. Those are year-long courses. Some of our semester courses may be career clusters in technology or let's say jazz band. So students also can have 4 semester choices. They can have 2 semester course choices, 1 year-long course, or they can have 2 year-long courses for encore options. So if you're interested in chorus and theater, okay, you can take those. Both of those are 2 year-long courses. But I want you to pay attention to what I have highlighted here, because 8th grade students in Florence City Schools, they're required to take Career Preparedness A. And so that course this is what is different from your 7th grade year to your 8th grade year. That course will take the place of a semester encore for you. So like I was saying earlier, if you're interested in taking 2 year-long courses like band and theater, then you're thinking, okay, well, what do I do about that career preparedness course? Because that's a requirement. And so that's when, you can talk to me about your different options that you can take. And one of the options for you could be you taking Career Preparedness A virtually. But there is a possibility for that. But Career Prep is definitely, one that will take the place of a semester encore. So that is a major difference from your 7th grade year. All right, so if you're a student that is on a complete virtual schedule, the link that we have above, and we're gonna have other places for you to be able to access these links, but the link that I have listed above, it will take you to the virtual schedule request form. And so that will be available for you to fill out starting February 22nd. If you are a traditional student and you're here on campus, you have a history class, then I'll be coming into your geography classes if you're currently here on campus with us. And so it's very imperative that you start to look over our charting your course before I get to your classes. So when I get to your classes starting February 22nd, you'll be prepared to submit your course request. A big change for our math curriculum, our state has kind of changed up our math courses. And so Algebra 1, that's a course that usually is offered to my 8th graders, but that course will no longer be offered for middle school. Instead, what our state has decided to do, we're going to be offering 7th grade accelerated math, and for 8th graders, it will be math accelerated. So you'll either take regular math 8 or you'll take math accelerated for 8th grade. There will no longer be an Algebra 1 class. So an 8th grader does not have the opportunity to receive that high school credit for Algebra 1. And that was determined by our new state math curriculum. We've provided a link there to our Alabama State Department of Education mathematics course of study. If you would like to have more information on that, I would advise you to take a look at that. We've provided a visual here for you to kind of break it down, because I know you're probably wondering, well, since we're not offering Algebra 1, then what does that really look like? If you see, we've circled it for 7th grade. The basis starts here at 7th grade. So if you're looking at 7th grade, if you're taking regular 7th grade math, then you can go to 8th grade math. And then your next course will be geometry with data analysis. This flow chart really helps you to see the possibilities that are going to be offered to you for your high school math career. And so if you drop down, if your child is interested on the accelerated courses, they need that foundation in 7th grade if they're interested in taking, having a more a faster movement in the content. And so if they're taking accelerated math for 7th grade and they go on to take accelerated math for 8th grade, that will satisfy their Algebra 1 with probability requirement. And so that will allow them to move faster through the content and take and have a possibility of taking more specialized math courses. So I really want you guys to take a special look at that. And like I said, I think it would be wise also to go back to look at our charting your course so that you can gain more information on what will be best for your student as far as their math curriculum is going there. So pay attention to that flow chart there for those changes. We're very, very excited about our virtual tour. Things are different this year, and so we're not able to do what we've done in the past as far as our encore showcases. But we do have a special treat for you with our virtual tours. Our teachers have put together, and it's really terrific to see because you also get a chance to hear from our students. And so you match your course descriptions from our charting your course, and then you put that together with our virtual encore showcase, and that really will give you a good look as to what students do in our encore classes. And so you're in for a real treat there. So I really want you to take a look at that. Virtual course offerings. They will be available based off of course requests and staffing availability. Master courses as well. Those are condensed courses that are offered to rising 8th graders. Summer virtual get ahead. That's also offered to our students that are currently enrolled in Florence City Schools. And so those are ways, for students to get ahead. They may also want to take maybe extra encores. So that's a good way of them doing that, to take extra encores. Some students may need an adjustment for their schedule where they may need to come in later or just adjust their schedule a period or two in the day. So that offers them that flexibility there. And then we also will have virtual courses available during our school year for students. And so if you're interested in any of those virtual course offerings, then please contact me so I can give you more information. My information is listed on this slide. It has my email address, which is thicks@florencek12.org. It also has my phone number. That's my direct line, 256-768-7143. That information is also on our main website with florencek12.org. So please contact me if you're interested in any of these offerings. This is the 7th grade encore sheet, so I'm going to bypass that really quickly because you're headed to 8th grade now. So this is what your course selection sheet will look like if you're going to be in the classrooms with me for 7th grade history. If you're virtual, then yours will look a little different, but it's going to have the same information. The layout will just look a little different. But as I discussed earlier about your 4 core classes, they're all listed there, your math, English, science, and history. So you will have to choose one or the other. Either you're going to take your math 8 regular, or you're going to click or check math 8 accelerated. And so you have that option there to choose from the core classes. But each student will have math, English, science, and history checked on their course selection sheet. As I discussed earlier, physical education is a requirement for 8th grade students, and that comes in the form, could come in the form of dance. And so we have asterisks beside dance 7 and dance 8 because that's based off of placement. And so you'll hear more about things like that as we get closer to time. Highlighted, it says all 8th grade students will be placed in Career Preparedness A. Career Preparedness A is a semester-long course for 8th graders only. If the course is passed, then the student will receive that high school credit. There is a second component to Career Preparedness, and it's called Career Preparedness B, which is a financial literacy component. But you will get that first part of it out of the way in 8th grade. All right, so every 8th grader is going to have that checked on their course sheet. As I stated earlier, virtual course offerings are available. We've already discussed Maymester and virtual Get Ahead, so you'll just check those boxes if that applies for you. On this screen, it tells you, it lists all our course offerings. I want to pay particular, I want you to look particularly at the grade writing if you're interested in taking a foreign language. We do offer, this is at the bottom, Latin 1, Spanish 1, and Art 1. Art 1 is one that we're really excited about that's fairly new to us. But this one also gives high school credit if the classes pass. And so look at charting your course for prerequisites on those courses. But each course has whether the class is a year long or a semester. And as I discussed earlier, career prep does take the place of one of your encores. So let's say, for instance, you are interested in a lot of the classes that have semester long behind them. So let's say, for instance, if you're interested in agri-science, exploration, family and consumer science, medical detectives, you can take all of those as long as you pair the career clusters in technology. I'm sorry, as long as you pair those with the Career Prep A course, because that is the required course for 8th grade. But I want you to know that these are requests, and we try very, very hard to meet those requests. But sometimes students do not get their first choice. And so we're definitely going to ask you to consider sharing with us some alternative courses that you might be interested in. Because like I said, we work hard, to try to get your first request. And also, I had discussed if you were interested in 2-year-long courses. So maybe you want to take theater and chorus, then that is a possibility. But you would have to get with me to let me know that you're interested in doing that, so I can put you in the virtual career preparedness A course. And so I won't harp on about all of that because there are several different scenarios in which you can tailor your schedule. But if you go to, if you are charting your course, that is going to give you all the information you need as far as pairing our courses. This screen shows you what's headed your way. I know, we talked about a lot of different things tonight. It's a lot of information, especially if you're new to us in Florence City. Like I said, we just have so many different opportunities for our students, and we're just really thrilled to be able to do that. But I know it can be a lot of information all at once. But we do have this quick link sheet that's going to be available through our Facebook page, through our website, and it's going to be available in our starting in our newsletter. So I want you to be on the lookout for those. But all the information that I discussed tonight, ways to get to charting your course, the presentation that we're viewing right now, it's going to show you that virtual encore tour. Like I said, please go back and look at that, because our teachers did a great job, a phenomenal job putting that together to show you what really goes on in the classes and what students are really learning. And so I hope that gives you an idea of what may spark your interest here for Florence. And then also my schedule request form is going to be available there. So that will be posted here pretty soon. And so I just want you to look at all those links. And if you have questions, like I said, you can always contact me. But I'm always available for any questions via phone or email. So I think that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. I'm going to turn it back over to Mr. Weisman. Thank you.
All right, again, this is a great opportunity for you to come together. Thank you. We're very blessed to have the counselors that we do. This is the week that we celebrate counselors across the nation. So it's National Counseling Week. We have two great ones, you know, there that they're going to put their effort into trying to provide for you for these next coming days. Parents, the most common mistake I see parents make, and when I deal with them, unfortunately, on a weekly basis is you don't spend enough time with your children in discussing about their wants or their needs. So please get in their business is my advice for you. It's important that we talk about their career choices. It's important you talk about their class selections that are coming up. They're searching for answers and they need that guidance from you too. So it's a great opportunity to open up relationships with you and your children. Of course, we're always going to be there to help them, but there's nothing more healthier than the relationship they have that you have with your child. So again, support them as they're looking and seeking these answers. And we're here, like I said, to help them as well. So again, there's going to be a lot of information coming. Please look in your inbox. There will be constant reminders about the things that are being requested and things that are in need to be completed. We have progress reports that are going out next week. Again, that's the midway point for the third 9 weeks. I know it's hard to believe, but yes, we're there. Also, like I said, you'll be getting in mail your IXL diagnostic for the mid-year to talk about the grade level in which your children are performing in math, science, English, and social studies. So a lot of information coming your way. And again, we're just trying to best serve your children. Have a great evening. Thank you for those that participate tonight. Again, we will record this and we'll release this on our Facebook page. But again, there is more and more information coming in the days ahead. So have a great evening. Thank you, y'all.